All right, kids, we're gonna move on to our next data display. So far we've learned dot plot, which is where you literally put dots on a horizontal number line. We've learned how to do a stem and leaf plot, which is where you sort the data based on their place value. The next one we're gonna move into is called a box and whisker plot, okay? So I'm gonna draw my Avid line down the side, okay? I'm gonna write box and whisker, box and whisker plot, okay? So in a box and whisker plot, guess what's awesome? That crazy 5-number summary we learned, that's all you need to know how to do. All it does is it uses your 5-number summary to summarize your data. So uses 5-number summary. If you don't remember what that is, lowest, quartile 1, median, quartile 3, highest. So what do you think our first step's going to be if those are the numbers we use? It's asking for our 5-number summary. So step 1 is to find 5-number summary. Step 2, this is where it gets a little weird, but not weird. You're going to make the literal box and the literal whiskers that come out of the box. All this takes is drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines that are vertical and then making a box around your middle. It's pretty simple when you connect the whiskers. So you're going to do draw 5 for our 5 numbers. Draw 5 vertical lines for 5-number summary. Okay. Step 3 is draw your box around Q1 and Q3. And step 4 is draw horizontal lines connecting box to low and high. And then we always title it so we know what it's about. All right. So I'm going to pretend that we already have our 5-number summary because we don't need to relearn that. Part of being a mathematician is if you don't know what that is, that's okay if you forgot. You just need to pause your video and then go reference your notes. It's what we took earlier this week or last week, depending on where you are. And so I'm just going to make up our 5-number summary. Okay, so I'm going to grab my other pen, distinguish between the examples. Okay, I'm going to say that it's 3 is our low. I'm going to say that Q1 is 7. I'm going to say that our median is 11. I'm going to say that our Q3 is 14. And I'm going to say that our highest is 20. Okay. And let's pretend this was the number of times you've been to the beach. In January. Okay, so let's pretend that's the question I asked people, how many times have you been to the beach in January? And I calculated my 5-number summary and I saw that the lowest answer someone had was 3 and the highest was 20. The median was 11. The median of the top half was 7 and the median of the bottom half was 14. So if I follow my steps, it says find 5-number summary. I gave it to you. Step 2 is draw 5 vertical lines for 5-number summary. This is kind of like when you use a number line again. So if I want this number to be, I see my lowest is 3 and my highest is 20. If I count it by 2s, I should be able to get there. So I'm going to start at, I'm going to make it even numbers just so it's nice. So I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Wow, I have tons of room. I could have probably counted up by once, but it's my dot plot. Who cares how I do it? Okay, so then I'm going to take my different color just because I like to do colors, you know me. I'm going to draw a vertical line for each of my 5 numbers. Vertical means up and down. How I like to think of that is they always talk about basketball players and volleyball players having a good vertical, their jump. And then the beautiful horizon is what you look at the beach is flat. So my first one is at 3, which would be halfway between 2 and 4. My next one's at 7, which would be halfway between 6 and 8. My next one's at 11, which is halfway between 10 and 12. My next one's at 14, which is right on the number 14. And my last one is at 20, my highest. Okay, see how they're all the same length? I have them up and down. Now, step 3 says to draw a box around your Q1 and Q3. My Q1 was 7, my Q3 was 14. So I'm going to literally draw a box to connect it. That's where they get the name box. And then whiskers is when you draw horizontal lines that connect the box to the high and connect the box to the low. That's a 5-number summary. Okay, I need to add my title. I'll call it Beach Life. I don't know, I'm just being cheesy. So what's cool about a box and whisker is, again, it shows you how it's like the 5-number summary. It shows you how spread apart your data is. You can tell that 50% of our data, the middle 50, we call this the interquartile range. We learned about that. The middle 50 is between 7 and 14. So in the middle, most people had been about 7 to 14 times. Some people go upwards of 20. Some people go as low as 3. So that's what's kind of, nice about a box and whisker plot. Okay, so that's our next data display. I'm gonna go ahead and pause us and then we'll learn the next one.